I found a way to communicate with the afterlife. I'm now convinced I'm going to be dead tomorrow. I was just eating pizza a few nights ago, when out of nowhere I got an email replying to my audio technician job listing on Craigslist. I was super excited to finally have some interest in my work, but when I saw that the pay was $100,000 for just 3 days of work, I was a bit skeptical. I thought this was just a fake email, and was about to click off, until I saw that there was an audio file attached underneath. We've listened to your samples, and your sound processing skills are exactly what we're looking for. If you're interested in the job, please reply within 48 hours. Additionally, you will need to sign an NDA before you accept the position. After listening to the audio, I assumed I was just wrong about it being fake, and decided I was willing to sign whatever I needed to. But the second I opened up the NDA to get some more details on the job, I found that one of the clauses said I would need to sign a waiver, with the fine print saying that I might die. I had a bad feeling about it, but I only had 80 cents to my name and needed the money, so I signed it anyway. The moment I finished, I got an email from the company, with an address under the text. Please come to this location tomorrow at 8 a.m. to start working with us. I didn't think much of it and went to sleep. When I woke up the next day, I put on a suit, wore my brand new cologne, and started driving over to the location. But when I pulled into the parking lot, I knew something was off, because there were no signs, no windows, and the location looked almost deserted. I figured I was probably just early, but the second I stepped inside the building, a super weird woman called Elizabeth came up to me, put me inside a creepy room, and said, "You'll soon understand why we had you sign that death waiver." I was already regretting coming here, but it was too late. After a couple minutes passed by, she introduced me to this guy called Darren, who looked like he hadn't slept in like 20 years. Before I could even ask what the hell I was supposed to do, Darren pointed to a weird black box in the corner, with a speaker and keyboard attached to it. That device can hear the dead. I immediately started laughing in his face, and even glanced around for cameras, hoping all of this was just a prank. But I knew he wasn't kidding when he pressed a random key. At first nothing happened, but then the most horrible sound came out from the black box. The sound itself wasn't even coming from the speakers. It was underneath it, and somehow moving. I told Elizabeth I wanted to quit, but she just stared at me and said, "It's too late, Jack. If you want to leave this building alive, you need to make the voices come through the speaker within the next 3 days." Then both of them just walked out of the room, and locked the door behind them. I tried everything, from banging the door, to even begging for my life, but nothing worked. And I realized the only way to escape was to get the noise out the speaker. So for the next 2 days, I tried every single audio trick I knew, filtered, reversals, even slowing it down, but none of it worked. By the third day, I was completely ready to give up, thinking about how much time I had left until I was gonna die. But then I suddenly got an idea. What if it wasn't just one sound, but millions layered on top of each other? So I slowed it down 4,000% and filtered out the high frequencies. And when I hit play to see if I fixed it, Elizabeth came into the room and just stood behind me, with her hands already shaking uncontrollably. The speaker was blasting with thousands of different screams, with every single voice begging and pleading for their lives. But then it all stopped without warning, and after 5 seconds of silence, someone from inside the speakers started talking. "Don't mess with the dead, we see you." As soon as I heard that, I turned around to see Elizabeth's face turn completely white. Before I could even ask what the hell that was, she just whispered, "You can go home now. The money will hit your account in a couple hours." So I turned back around and was getting ready to sprint toward the door, but just as I was about to move, I heard breathing next to me. I really wanted to run away, but I was just frozen in pure terror. Then I heard a voice come from the dark hallway. "Please don't leave us, Jack. Come take us with you." I had no idea what was happening, but I didn't want to find out. So I sprinted out the door and toward the main entrance. However, the second I got there, all the doors were locked. I tried breaking them with my hands, elbows, and legs, but nothing worked. Another voice echoed from the hallway, "And I think I'm gonna be dead. Please take the contracts you signed seriously. Don't end up like